Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows. I am your host, Papa Joe, and I do appreciate you all being here today. It is probably my final video for the 2022, if you will. So yeah, it is coming into a new year, 2022, 2023. 2022 is ending, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because this year was definitely wrought with a ton of crazy, not so good things in the crypto space. Um, Interesting things around our current administration. We've covered a lot of that in our Patreon show. And then, as well as some of the new things coming in 2023 that I'm excited about. We'll cover that here in just a few minutes. But listen, thanks for being part of the show. Thanks for being here. Um, I am trying very hard to get a few things finished out for the rest of the year here. And while we haven't had as many shows here at the Papa Joe Show, it has been more than crazy here at home. So we are enjoying the time, just downtime, trying to spend time with the family, trying to spend time with family. And I hope each and every one of you had an amazing Christmas, right? So we are looking forward to here at the Papa Joe household. We are looking forward to 2023, what 2023 has for us and for all of you. So thanks for being here. It's another year in the books, if you will. My show's been around a little bit, and I really do appreciate y'all being part of it. It means a lot to me personally. It means a lot to my family. It means everything to us. Those of you who are part of the Patreon, it does mean a lot to us. But like I've said many, many times, it gives a space for me to take the gloves off, kind of thing, have some fun with it. Interesting topic, real quick, little side tangent. With the Patreon, I've had a few requests, some interesting requests, that I might take, um, might add some types of content to that, around. Well, several people have asked the different cooking techniques that I like to do around briskets and ribs and meat and things like that and stuff like. So I might do, if I can get the appropriate video equipment, then I might go and do some things like that. That'd be kind of fun. Nothing special, just kind of have some fun with it. Add that to the Patreon for folks who want to be part of that, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, I need to get a couple little things set up before I can do that. But had that request. I had another request around the coffee. Had another request around like different types of drinks and things like that too. So, anyways, what does Papa Joe have fun with that? So maybe we'll start putting that into the Patreon. So if you're part of the Patreon, you'll be able to get those. And if it becomes a big enough of a hit, I may even stand up a secondary channel just to go do just barbecue stuff. So, because I have fun, I do. My wife and I have fun with it. I have a big, huge trailer smoker, and those of you who've been around for a while, you know about that. And some of you actually got to experience it at a crypto event, as I did cook for one in my neck of the woods. That was a lot of fun, actually. So, anyhow, today we're going to take a look at a couple of things that to wind down 2022, and some things I think, we're going to see in 2023. Just my thoughts on what's happening. I don't know. No one has a crystal ball. Um, a lot of things are going on in the world. A lot of things. So, anyways, let's jump into the content, shall we? It's been a little bit of a longer intro. I missed all of you. I'm enjoying some time with family, and I hope you guys and gals are too. I hope you all are as well. So let's jump in, shall we? We got an interesting little tidbit of information here. Midas, excuse me. Crypto investment firm Midas is shutting down platform following losses. This is happening across the board. I just picked this one. There was probably 5 or 6 in my feed this morning. All because of FTX. The collapse of Celsius Network and FTX led to more than 60% of Midas's assets under management being withdrawn. That's a really, really big thing to pay attention to. The reason I'm pointing this out is because people are starting to self-custody. And I love that. You guys and gals, part of the regular show here, it's fantastic to see. All of you are big into self-custody. Self-custody is where you need to reside. It just is. If you're going to trade, fine, but just realize that that is 100% at risk, and that while it's in there, It can be withdrawn or not withdrawn, but it is at risk of being lost. Excuse me. Got a sip of coffee here. Clearly, my brain's not firing on all cylinders. I'm just kind of been chilling out today. Oh, let's see here. Midas Investments, an investment firm that focused on DeFi, decentralized finance yields, is shutting down its platform following losses this year, according to a blog post from their CEO, founder Evoke. Let's see if I get this right. Ikov or Trevor, Ekov, whatever. Levin on Tuesday. Levin wrote that this past spring, the Midas DeFi platform lost $50 million, or 20% of its $250 million under assets under management, and wow, I'm rusty. And that after the collapse of crypto lender Celsius Network, the exchange FTX 60% of its assets on Midas platform were withdrawn. Based on the situation, the current CeFi market conditions have reached the difficult decision to close the platform. We have reached the difficult decision to close the platform. This is happening across the board. All right. I saw one that Kraken's closing its Japan offices. That's a major exchange. It's closing its Japan off because of losses. People are pulling their coins off exchanges. And I told y'all this earlier on in 2022 that there will come a point where we will see all kinds of withdrawals out of the exchanges. And then you're coming into the next halving for Bitcoin, you're going to see a major liquidity drawdown. Just a second, I forgot to mute my phone. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't want to blow everybody's ears off here. So anyhow, so we are coming into a time now where we have some crazy stuff coming up. I think that you're going to see all of the exchanges, all of the different platforms are going to have a major drawdown of all the cryptos, causing them to close their doors because they cannot stay profitable without assets under management of any kind, whether you're holding them there or they're holding them on your behalf, whatever it is. You're just not going to see that anymore. I think the decentralized exchanges, the decentralized finance is going to be where it's at because no one needs to trust anybody. There's not going to be any centralized control. There's not going to be any way for anyone to actually control any of those things. And I really genuinely think that that's where things are going to end up going. It's just my 2 cents. Take it or leave it. It's kind of what I'm thinking through what's happening in this space. All right. Now, let's shift gears here for a quick second here. Adoption still happening. MicroStrategy is adding 2,500 Bitcoins for $45 million in the last 2 months. The software company also sold some small amount of cryptocurrency for the first time ever. MicroStrategy, the business software vendor that is co-founded by crypto proponent Michael Saylor, has added to its Bitcoin stockpile, purchasing 2,395 Bitcoins for 4.28.8 million between November 1st and December 21st through its MicroStrategy subsidiary, according to a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission on last Thursday. The company sold about 704 Bitcoins for 11.8 million on the premise that a loss in the transaction would offset previous capital gains. Kind of makes sense. Excuse me. Then on Saturday, the company acquired an additional 810 Bitcoins for 13.6 million. Interesting. Bringing its total holdings to 132,500 Bitcoins. That's worth thereabouts $2.25 billion at current prices compared to MicroStrategy's acquisition cost of $4 billion. It's just about half, right? Okay. So big boys are still buying, people pulling off exchanges. Celsius, if I had to guess, they should be holding their own crypto. They're not sitting on an exchange somewhere, which is something to kind of think about, pay attention to. Anyhow, the things we need to pay attention to going into 2023 are the accumulation by the big boys, how they're holding them, what they're doing as far as their investments are concerned. Something else to think about as we go into 2023 is the housing market. Okay. Now, big people, whatever you want to call it, people pay attention to Warren Buffett because he's made a ton of money doing lots of different things, right? They call him the Oracle from Omaha for whatever reason, mainly because he's, I think, part of, the big boys, and they're all doing their stuff. Anyways, all that aside, his favorite housing metric just flashed a major signal: what to watch in the housing market. So this is one of the things we need to pay attention to going into 2023. Housing market is effectively topped. It is a bubble. Okay. The housing market is the bedrock of our economy. In every way, everything touches the housing. It's not a good thing, but it is what it is. So Warren Buffett once explained one of the metrics he watches for a reversal in the housing market is a reduction of housing starts. In other words, net new builds, I believe. The Oracle of Omaha said in 2010 that sometimes a bad number for housing starts is a good thing for the market. In this case, he was referring to referencing a cool housing market in which supply outstripped demand. Okay. The only way to solve that was to create more demand than supply by reducing the number of newly built homes. While the macro situation affected the housing market today is almost the opposite. The main idea of the Oracle Omaha still stands, and that the metric ticked down again this month. What happened as a result of consumers being turned off by high mortgage rates and builders being compelled to cut back, construction on new homes decreased by 0.5% from October, and this trend is expected to continue through 2023. I want you to understand something. If you'll pay attention to Economic Ninja, I've had him on the show a few times. Go check him out. He's now talking about, and he's been in the housing. I don't know if he's been flipping house. I know he's been flipping houses. I don't know if he's been building that new, but he knows people who are. And from what I understand, those that are literally packing up their tools, their equipment, everything off the job site and driving away. They're not building anymore because it's not feasible to do so, and no one's lining up to buy. It's hard to build a home that no one's going to buy. It's hard to invest that money as a builder and no one's going to buy it. It just is. The U.S. housing starts slowed on an annual pace of 1.42 million last month, from 1.43 million in October and 1.49 million in September. Single-family housing starts dropped 4.1% to the rate of 828,000, while the rate of units in buildings with 5 units jumped 4.8% to 584,000. Compared to November 2021, housing starts fell 8.8%, which is a pretty big deal in housing market. It's just something to pay attention to. Going into 2023, housing's declining. The entire stock market's declining. You got micro strategies and big boys accumulating crypto. You've got investment firms and crypto investments firms and companies like Exchange, Kraken, other places like Midas are actually reducing staff and or closing their doors because they can't maintain themselves and remain profitable because people are withdrawing their coins. They're pulling out of exchanges, which is fantastic. And I really hope that they're moving into the Divi wallet. The Divi wallet is one of those wallets that is built, like they say, for everyone. It really is. You can buy, sell, convert, and earn crypto in a fully self-custodial wallet. So once the buy features, those are about to be flipped back on because they're moving payment operations. And when that happens, you will be able to buy, sell, trade, etc. your crypto inside of a wallet. And the coolest part, I think, when you purchase inside the wallet is its immediate self-custody. That is huge in my book. It really is. This platform, as all of you know, especially if you've been around for a while. These guys do a really good job of what they're doing. Self-custody 100% of the time. This is huge, okay? Now, in their roadmap, they are doing a vertical integrated solutions. They're actually setting it up so that way they can help. If you need a wallet for whatever you're working on, they'll help you get it stood up. It's fantastic. NFT 2.0, the first liquidity provisioning protocol for NFTs. No one else is doing that, guys and gals. No one else is doing that. Loyalty 2.0. Okay, we've gone over this. There's a whole video that talks about their roadmap. It's very good stuff. The Loyalty 2.0. Think about airlines. Think about grocery stores. Think about gas stations. Think about anything you could think of with a loyalty program. They're building it up inside of crypto. Interoperability. Yep. They are going to support as many ecosystems, coins, and tokens within their applications, allowing for effortless movement across ecosystems. That's also a big deal. Okay. Anyways, pay attention to these guys. It's a great self-custody platform. Run through cryptos. Everything's down today. It is what it is. It's part of it. It'll bounce back, though, I think, in 2023. So my 2 cents. The year before the halving, just about every time, has been a really good year for crypto, where you start to see things really take off. We'll see what happens, though, as things continue on with all the regulatory crap and FTX and all this other crap. The thing is people are pulling their coins off the exchanges, causing liquidity squeeze. Exchanges go away. It's decentralized exchanges. Things like that happen, and it's going to be a big deal, I think, for people. Just my 2 cents. I'm going through the chats. Hey, everybody. This is probably going to be my last show for 2022. So I really, really appreciate all of you being here. It means a lot to see y'all every time I do a video. And I do enjoy y'all being part of the live chat. If you're watching live, say hey in the live chat. I would love to see that. And then if not, comment below on the video. Just say hey. Would love to see who watches them. Would love to see everyone in there. I know I have friends and family watch it, but you guys and gals being here every day like this is fantastic, and I love it. Thank you for being here. It does mean a lot to me. What's going on, Johnny Mattis? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you being here today, as always. Lithia, thank you for being here. It's been a great year for sure. Oh, yes. Barbecue tips. 2023, I might end up adding that into my Patreon. So we'll see. We'll start with that and see how it goes. So anyways, it should be interesting. Rebel Outlaw, what's going on, man? I did have a great Christmas, and I hope you guys and gals have a beautiful, wonderful New Year for sure. Oh, let's see here. We've got Sean C. What's up, dude? Thanks for being part of the show as always. I do appreciate you being here. Good afternoon, Gloria. Thanks for being here today. It does mean a lot to me. Bitcoin Bull, you are more than fantastic for being here. Better late than never. Has anyone else seen the brilliant idea to send Ukraine $600.01 so the IRS can That's funny. I think they're going to actually do away with that rule, or they're not implementing it this year, or I guess, whatever it is. You all have a happy new year, an amazing 2023. We'll see you on the other side, and y'all be blessed. It does mean a lot. You're here. Take it easy. Talk to you later.